Every time I walk into a room, I feel the same anxiety. I look around for people like me. I look for Black people. I look for queer folk. I look for people who might be disabled. I look for people who are like me. Every time I walk into a room, I have the same fundamental insecurity. I wonder if I will be welcome here. I grew up in an AME Zion church. This was down the street from my house, so I literally knew everybody. We sang really old hymns. We drank grape juice for communion once a month. I attended Sunday school in frilly dresses and lacy socks. My mom didn't wear a hat, but the other women did. Everyone at that church was Black. Most of them were family. I felt welcome. I struggled to find that sense of welcome when I started exploring religion on my own. I went to a summer program in Durham, and by that time I'd started attending a Black Baptist church. So they offered a shuttle, and I took the shuttle to the Baptist church. This church was white. They sang their hymns quietly. They listened to the sermons quietly. Everyone dressed nice, but no hats. It was the same book, but I didn't feel the same sense of welcome. In college, I joined the youth group of the Southern Baptist Convention. I was in Columbia, South Carolina, so it was a thing to do. I went on mission with them to the peach farms of upstate South Carolina. This Baptist church was all white. The people we were serving were all brown. The brown people didn't come to church on Sunday. They came to church on Thursday when we offered food and a place for their kids to play. I liked playing with the kids, but I didn't like going to church on Sunday. There was one week where I actually saw a Black couple at the back of the church, and I wanted to be like Moses and part the sea. Reach out to them and say, "Are you like me?" The one day I finally felt welcome in a church was at an MCC, Metropolitan Community Church. I was in Detroit, Michigan for the summer. I was starting to acknowledge my bisexuality, and I was far enough away from home that I felt like I could say it out loud. But I didn't even have to say it out loud. I met the greeter, she gave me a name tag, and she gave me a hug. Ever since then, I've been searching for the type of welcome that church had. There are ways to help people feel welcome, and it's not just having an enthusiastic greeter. I felt welcome at the MCC because I knew I wouldn't be judged for who I am. I saw people like me going in. I saw people like me leading the service. I recognized the hymns. I recognized the food after the service. The MCC was majority white, but there's something to be said for people who have experienced oppression and how they welcome others. So, find some minorities, is my advice. I know you already have minorities in your church. You might have a Black hipster, a gay couple, the Asian girl. Go find your minority. Ask if you can put them on the spot. Ask them, what would it take for you to bring your friend here, your partner, your mom? What makes it hard for you to attend this church? Give them time to laugh, and then listen. Make a connection with those not like you, and hear what they are looking for. I took my mom to my church, Mission Gathering. She knew some of the songs, she was okay with the gay pastor, but something was off for her. She never told me what, and she never came back. Did she have a theological difference, or did she not see more of herself there? There's one specific thing that makes it hard for me to attend non-Black churches. It's called Hillsong. Like I said, I grew up with the old hymns, so I know all the words to I Lift Your Name on High, but I'd rather be singing Leaning on the Everlasting Arms. There was one time at my church that really bothered me, though, and it was when they invited a Black gospel choir to sing. It was a great service. Everybody was loud and singing along. We had church, and they never came back. The same thing might happen when your worship leader decides to introduce a song that's all in Swahili. Everybody loves it. It's so much fun being multicultural. Ask your minority how they like that service. How can you incorporate other cultures without appropriating them? Put some minorities in leadership. Don't be like a certain organization that sees a well-spoken Black person and invites them to be on the board of directors. Look to create leaders in your church. Go to the people who are not in your comfort zone, that you don't invite for a beer after church. Maybe they're the parents chasing kids around. Maybe they're the quiet people in the back. Go ask them what could make church more welcoming for people like them. Another way to diversify your church is to take your church to people that you're serving. You don't have to move your physical church, but you can have a presence on the other side of town. Black churches are historically the base of Black activism. They've been doing social justice for all their lives. You can learn from that. Beware of showing up to be the white savior. That won't look good. Partner with the Black church or a community group. Ask them how you can establish a presence and keep coming back. Don't speak for them, but amplify their voices. As a minority, I'm used to navigating a straight, white, cisgender world. I recognize that most of the time, my culture, my traditions are foreign to white churches. The Black church has its own struggle with progressivism, and that's why I left it. But I'm still a Christian, and I want, for at least some time, to feel comfortable in my skin. Why can't that be on Sunday? So close your eyes and imagine your church. Think about the Asian girl. Imagine more of her there. Imagine more of others, Black people, Latino, LGBTQ, hipsters. There are all types of diversity. There are many people who are waiting to come to your church. You just have to hear from them. You won't make everyone happy. You can't get everyone to come back, but you can make a church that is more welcoming.